old wealthy man returned to the country to visit his grandson and granddaughter-in-law. He arrived at the company under a hidden identity. But as he and a scheming woman stepped into the elevator showed it was overloaded. The scheming woman, relying on her position as a company supervisor, pushed the old man out of the elevator. A woman quickly stepped out of the elevator to help the old man, criticizing the scheming woman for being too harsh. Clearly, she was the last one to get on, so she should have been the one to leave. The scheming woman, relying on her position, scolded both of them harshly. The woman demanded that the scheming woman apologize immediately. However, everyone sided with the scheming woman, saying that the other woman disrespected her superior. The scheming woman smugly closed the elevator door. At this moment, the old man asked the woman who she was and what she was doing here. The woman told the old man her name and said she was here for an interview. The old man smiled and said she would definitely pass the interview. At that moment, the elevator arrived, and the woman helped the old man into the elevator. While everyone was anxiously waiting for their interviews, the old man went to the CEO's office to see his grandson. He asked the CEO to bring his wife over for him to meet. The CEO told his grandfather that he would bring his wife over as long as the old man was willing to take his treatment seriously. What the old man didn't know was that the woman who helped him earlier was actually his granddaughter-in-law. It turns out that a year ago, the CEO, under pressure from his family to get married, had his assistant quickly find him a spouse. At the time, the woman's grandmother was hospitalized and in urgent need of money for surgery. The assistant approached the woman and told her that if she married the CEO, she would receive a large sum of money. The woman agreed. On the way to register their marriage, the woman accidentally bumped into the CEO. The woman panicked and apologized immediately. The CEO scolded her for not paying attention while driving and almost causing an accident. Looking at her, the CEO realized that this was the woman the assistant had arranged for him to marry. The woman quickly took out 100 yuan as compensation and handed it to the CEO. The CEO told her to quickly go inside and get their marriage certificate. At that moment, the woman realized that the person she was there to marry was him. After they registered their marriage, the CEO gave the woman 3 million yuan as payment. The woman was surprised and wanted to tell the CEO that it wasn't necessary, but the CEO misunderstood and thought she wanted more. So he increased the amount and told her not to be too greedy. The woman took the card without saying anything more. Since their marriage was a contract, neither of them knew much about each other's background. They exchanged phone numbers and then went their separate ways. A year later, they were supposed to divorce according to their agreement. But the old man happened to return to the country at that time. Their plans were disrupted. The woman, seeing that she was close to being free, decided to find a job first. This led to the earlier scene, where she helped the old man. At this time, to comfort his grandfather, the CEO quickly promised to arrange a meeting with his wife soon. The old man nodded in satisfaction after hearing this. He then remembered the girl from earlier and instructed the CEO to hire her. However, the CEO refused, saying that they needed to assess her abilities first. But the grandfather insisted, so the CEO reluctantly agreed. Afterward, he quickly asked the assistant to escort his grandfather out.